Hi guys, this is Mary, you're in Mary Reads, and today I'm in a weird setting. I'm in my living room, and that is because I decided to make a Christmas vlog, reading vlog, kind of both in one. We are leaving to my husband's parents to celebrate Christmas in like 2 days, so I have a lot of stuff to do. We need to pack, we need to wrap all the gifts, and I have like 6 or 7 of them. I need to start working on my husband's brother's gift, which is going to be kind of DIY, so, well, it's going to take a lot of time, and I decided to just take you with me and show you what the next couple of days will look like. Now it's 4:30 p.m. and I need to go to the post office to send a letter, and then I'm going to be back. I'm going to start working on the gifts. And reading. I'm starting a new book, so I will show you that as well. I'm back. I'm sitting on the floor trying to figure out how to wrap all the gifts. I have 2 types of gifts here. The first one is this coffee. It's in like bags like that, and I need to figure out how to wrap that. My husband and I found this great coffee place. It's called Queen City. It's in New Jersey, and they also ship their beans. So this is just great. We loved it, and we decided to order some for our family. And we also have these little sets of like, there's a scrub, like a sugar scrub, then creamy scrub, and buttercream. I have 3 of those, and I'm thinking for those I'm gonna make like little bags out of the wrapping paper. Oh, and our wrapping paper, I'm so happy about it. So it looks like that. It's like with Christmas trees, and then the other one with the cars. And the texture of the paper is great, and the pictures, like the print is so nice. I loved it. I went to Target to see, we bought it in Target, and I went to see if they have more of this, and it was like fully gone. I think this will be enough for all of our gifts, but I'm just like, I was so happy that we ended up getting it because there's no more of this paper. So I'm gonna start wrapping the gifts. So I was trying to show how I'm making the bag, but it didn't work out from the first time. So this is what I have now, and it has a bottom. So now I just need to kind of open it up and put the gift inside. Which one? I'm putting this one. Okay. And the bag is gonna be too big, so I'm just gonna, because this is where the gift ends. So I think I'm gonna cut a little bit from the top. And then just fold it. And this is gonna be kind of a nice, nice little gift bag. It's not perfect, it's very far from perfect, but it's pretty cute, and I think that it's a great way to pack the gifts if you have a weirdly shaped gift, because that's what happened to us. We realized that the gift that we bought, we can't really wrap in a regular way, kind of how we usually do, like with the regular boxes. So we had to improvise and figure something out, and I did something here, but I can't figure out how to fix. Okay, well, let's try one more time. It's good I have space here. That still comes out. I just don't want anything, like I don't want any extra paper on this thing. I want it to all be pretty and nice. Ah, there we go. I'm far from a good gift wrapper, but yeah, I'm getting better every year. So this one is the first, and I will need to write down who it's for because I'll forget. I'll absolutely forget. It's the next day, and I just came out to tell about the plan for today. I went to the post office yesterday, but unfortunately it was closed, so I have to go again today, which is fine. It's not super cold, plus it's gonna be my my workout because I don't think I'll have time for the gym today. So yesterday I didn't film that much just because I was packing all the gifts, and it took me some time. One was a particular pain in the ass. It was the coffee, because it's a soft package, and it was almost impossible to wrap it like super nicely like you would wrap a box. And I think I cursed everything a couple times while I was doing it, but I think I did more or less fine. And yeah, it looks presentable at least. So the plan for today is to go to the post office, pack everything because we are leaving tomorrow, and we are taking like half of an apartment with us because we're going for like 2 weeks, and then we need to clean the apartment a little bit. I need to finish some stuff with the gifts, like I need to put the stickers on, like from whom and to who. So yeah, and I also want to start this new book. It's called Flight. I talked about it in the December plans video. So it's about a family, siblings who get together for Christmas, the first Christmas after their mother died, in her house, and that's the only inheritance they might get. So I assume there's going to be like fights for the inheritance with the atmosphere of Christmas. Should be fun. I finished reading Mrs. Fletcher by Tom Perrotta, and I loved the book. I wanted to give a short review. I will probably be talking about it more in the books I read in December, but just wanted to give the overview. This is a story about a son and his mother, Mrs. Fletcher. So she got divorced with her husband a while ago, and he now has a family, and she lives with her son. So she's sending him to college, and the book starts with them packing and him going to college. Brendan, the son, first loves it there, but then he starts having trouble because he thought that college is a lot of fun. College is parties and girls and just a lot of drinking. But it turns out that, well, yeah, it is all that, but also you fail your classes, and your friends might not be as close as you want them to be, and girls might turn out to be not what you thought they will be. Like, it's not that easy to kind of start a relationship. So we see Brendan's adjustment into college life, and we also see Mrs. Fletcher trying to start her life over alone without having to care for her son. So she takes a class in a community college. She meets new people there. She has friends there. She discovers new sexual interests that she has. We kind of move through these different times in their lives. We're seeing how they're changing. So the book, I didn't expect that, but the book is written from the point of view of different characters. So we start with the point of view of Mrs. Fletcher. So she tells us the story, then the next chapter is Brandon, then the next one again her, and as we introduce new characters, there are going to be chapters from their point of view as well. So there's going to be a chapter from the point of view of Amanda. She is Mrs. Fletcher's co-worker. Then there's going to be a chapter from Margot, that's Mrs. Fletcher's teacher on her class. There's a chapter from the point of view of Julian. He is Mrs. Fletcher's classmate in her gender and society class. So the book is extremely interesting. I didn't expect much from it. I just thought that it will be fun to see what it is, but it turned out to be amazing. I was slightly disappointed by the ending, just because we have this whole book about one school semester, maybe a little bit more, and then we jump a year ahead. So I'm not gonna give any spoilers about what's gonna happen, but just like, why would you jump like this? You, in 12 pages, you're jumping through the year, and you're trying to explain what happened to every character in the book. That's just slightly weird, but whatever. I still loved the book a lot. It was great. It's like 9 out of 10 for me, taking 1 point off because of the ending, but like 9 out of 10. Loved it, and I will try to find more books by this author and read, because he's great. I loved it. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. Oh, we're also gonna try to go to a coffee shop in the evening. There's this great place, well, tea place. There's this great tea place near our apartment, and somehow we've never been there, even though we've lived here for almost 3 years. So we're gonna go, and yeah, it should be a pretty fun but a very busy day, and I'll take you with me wherever I can. So yeah, stay tuned. So I'm on page 40, and the book is a little bit weird to me. I still haven't understood if I like it or not. So the first 3 chapters are very small. It's like 3 pages each, and it shows us these 3 families of 3 siblings in the car going to the house their mother owned before she died. We have 3 pages to learn about them, their husband or wife, and their kids. One of the families doesn't have kids. And then there is another couple of characters. It's a mother and the daughter that one of the wives works with. So what makes me so upset is that I can't remember who each character is. I only have 3 pages of their introduction, and that's it. So I can't remember who is whose wife and who is whose husband and whose kids are which. And it's ridiculous, because what I liked in the previous book that I talked about, the Mrs. Fletcher one, is that we gradually introduce new characters, and I remembered everybody. There were 2 characters that I kept mixing up, but that's because they have similar names. It was Amber and Amanda, and they were like both starting with AM, and I'm like, okay, which one is which? But here I just can't remember who is who. And then another issue is that we don't really see their personal traits, like we don't see their character. so I can't distinguish who is whom by their, like, two families are artists. So it doesn't help me when they're saying, oh, this artist husband, because I don't know which one. And who is his wife? And is that the couple that lives in New York? Or is that a couple that moved out of New York? Or they didn't even live in New York in the first place? Like, I can't understand who is whom. And it's been very hard so far. Like, my brain was literally breaking. I had to reread some of the pages. But I hope that it's going to get better and we're going to learn more about the characters and I'm going to understand them better. So the book is not a happy Christmas book. I understand that. So it's obviously like the mother died. It's the first Christmas without her. They're trying to see who is going to inherit the house. And it's a tough kind of drama going on. But it honestly looks that like all of the families are very deeply dysfunctional. It feels like they don't like their brothers and sisters-in-law. They don't like their husband and wives. They don't really like their kids' cousins, so their nephews and nieces. And I'm just sitting there like, what's going on? Is there going to be like at least one family that's going to be nice to others? I don't really see the reason to read this book now. I'm going to keep reading it. I want to see how it goes, but for now, it's hard to read. It's hard to understand what's going on. There's no happiness in here, and I don't get it. I understand there are tough situations in life, but for now, I don't understand why exactly I'm reading this book and what it's gonna give me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep you posted on how it goes and probably tell you about it in the Read in December, because we are now packing and leaving. On the nicer note, I have these stickers that I need to put on the gift bags, and I'm very happy with how we packed all the gifts this year. It's so much nicer compared to what we did last year, and also I got gifts for my husband on time, which is just an amazing thing for me. So I'm just gonna put all these stickers on and show you what the gifts look like so far. It's been a couple of days and I'm done with flight, and I wanted to kind of give my short overview. On like page 100, I was seriously considering just dropping the book because I didn't understand why I'm reading it. Nothing was really happening. We were just reading about how families hate each other. Mothers hate their kids' cousins, so their nieces and nephews. Wives hate their husbands. Husbands don't understand their wives. And also they hate their in-laws, like brother, sister-in-laws. And I'm just sitting there thinking, what's going on? Why is this happening? Why are we going through all this? It looks like the only connection between all of them was this mother who died. And I was just sitting there like, what exactly is the point of the book? So before I dropped it, I decided to go on Goodreads and check the reviews. And every review said that the last third of the book is great. It's actually, it makes it worth reading the book. So I decided that I will stick to reading the book and see what's gonna happen and if it's actually worth it. And interestingly enough, all the 2-3-star reviews were giving the same complaints that I had when I just started reading the book. We can't remember the characters. Each character only has each family, not even each character, each family has 3 pages for introduction. And of course you can't remember the names because they either it's a similar name or these characters have a similar job. And the characters weren't written well enough to remember who's who. So this was a big complaint of people, and I agree. That was my first impression from the book, and it feels like people agree with that, and a lot of them had an issue with it. The last third of the book was actually good, so I really enjoyed it, and
it had a lot of action. So we finally see action. We finally see the situations through which characters develop. Before, we just were reading about hatred between all of them, all of the families, and here we finally see characters growing. And if only the whole book was like that, if only they started growing earlier and weren't these like a little stupid and weird. So for me, the book is like 3 out of 5, and I can't recommend it particularly. If you're interested in like family drama, maybe you can try it, but it's not a Christmas book. Even though it's about Christmas, it's not very Christmassy. Let me rephrase it, not Christmassy at all. And it's definitely not going to be in my favorite books this year. So yeah, if you're willing to try, and if you're willing to wait until the last third of the book, absolutely you might enjoy the book. But for me personally, it wasn't very strong, at least the first 2/3 in the beginning. So yeah, I almost dropped the book, and I don't know if it's necessarily a sign of a good book. And that's all for today. Thank you for sticking with me for the past couple of days. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm glad you stayed with me and watched it. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.